Hello everybody, this is the Daydreamer with Daydreams and Nightmares, and it is time for another contest entry. This one is for a relatively new YouTuber to the comic book community. Goes by the name of Exit Zero Comics. He was sitting around 50 subscribers, and he said he wasn't seeing any movement. Kind of plateaued on that and decided to try to help himself out by putting a contest out there. What he is asking that you do is subscribe to his channel, do a shout out, show off your favorite cover that you think is awesome but is underrated, and show a comic book that you have that that you don't really want or like, and you think that maybe somebody else might like, in hopes of encouraging some trades out there. Now, I am subscribed. And last I checked, he was sitting, I think it's 79, so he's had some movement. And I'm going to leave a description in the description down below, a link to his channel, so you can go check out his channel, see if you'd like to subscribe as well, and to also see what it is that he's giving out as a prize, and so you can participate yourself. The shout out that I'm going to give, if you've seen my channel the last few days, I am kind of on a shout out kick right now. I'm actually I just passed 200 myself, and I decided that one of the things that I can do is to give back to those people that got me to 200 was to actually do some thank yous and shout outs to them. So as a shout out, I'm going to actually give a shout out to one of my newest subscribers, because they're not among the first 200 kind of my channel. But actually, I have actually seen this channel for quite a while. He started, well, but if I tell you who he is, it's Oblivion is his name, or the name of the channel, and he has been fairly active in the community in the same time frame that I have. He participates in a lot of different contests out there. And he's into horror as well. He is probably, if I remember last checked, he himself was like at about 67 subscribers himself, and could probably use a little love as well. I only have one thing that I wonder about, and I'm sure there's a story there. All of his videos is shots of the top part of his head. He's got a chrome dome, bald head. Almost kind of reminds me of like Home Improvement, the next door neighbor, where you can only see the top of his head when he was peeking over the fence. That's what all of his videos look like. I find it kind of interesting, but anyway, go check him out. That is my shout out, Oblivion. And I'm going to do this next one in reverse. I'm going to answer number 5 before I answer number 4. What you're looking at here is Deus Ex Universe Children's Crusade. This came with my last Nerd Block grab block, and I've never really been into this game. Deus Ex is a first-person shooter that I never really got into, so I can imagine that I'm probably not going to know what's going on in a comic book, and I wouldn't have gone looking for this book. If somebody else is into gaming more hardcore, at least in the first-person shooter part of things, this might be something that they're interested in, or if you are familiar with this as a comic book. But for me, it isn't something that whether I got it or not in the box, I really wouldn't have cared. For the most part, most of the comic books that I pick up and buy are ones that I want to hang on to anyway. So the ones that when I go out and pick up books, it's not like I'm looking at trying to flip them or try to pick up something that I don't like. So the ones that I have to show are probably ones that these are mystery boxes, so I don't know when I'm going to be getting them in them until they arrive. Now the only box I've ever gotten from Bambox was their fire sale. And in their fire sale box, they were offering up the first issue of Kiss from Dynamite. And And I liked the music of Kiss. I mean, all the hair bands of the '80s. That's when I was a teen, so I loved listening to the music. And if this was signed by any of the members of Kiss, which is some of the ones that they were offering up, I might consider this a nice piece of music memorabilia. But it's actually signed by Amy Chu, artist, right here. And I know there's a lot of people out there that like collecting autographs from Bambox, but as far as a comic book is concerned, this holds no interest for me at all. I'll listen to the music, but I just, as a comic book, it doesn't do anything for me. That's the two that I have to show for that. And then the next question, or the question before that, was show your favorite cover that you think is awesome, that is underrated. Most of my collection comes from the 80s and 90s when I was collecting comic books. And a lot of the comic books that came out in the 90s were using a lot of foil covers and embossing and reflective covers and all kinds of things like that. All kinds of wonderful little gimmicks that they had on there. And a lot of the comic books get a lot of bad flack for that. I think there is a point where it does work, and I think it works in the favor of the comic book itself. And for that reason, I wanted to show two that I really love, but because of the fact that they've been done in a foil or done in an embossing, that they tend to get a little underrated because of that. But Web of Spider-Man 100, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first issue that Spider Armor showed up. And it is a foil cover. It is silver embossed, and you can see a reflective web behind Spider-Man there as well. I really like the cover. I think that the gimmicks that they're using really work for the book itself. So I don't know if you can see, but if I turn it here, you can see how that web reflects behind him. But I really do like this cover in spite of that, and same goes for this one. The Hulk, what if the Hulk had killed Wolverine? And once again, you have the skeleton adamantium body of Wolverine that's done in a silver embossing with a reflection of Hulk here. And I think that works actually for the particular comic book rather than detracting from it. And Wolverine is one of my favorite characters. Don't want to see him die, but if Hulk had killed him, this is what you would have seen. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please hit like. If you want to see more like this, please subscribe. Feel free to leave any comments down below or any feedback. Go check out Exit Zero Comics. Show him some love, help him get up over 100. Enjoyed participating in the contest here, and if you're interested yourself, check out the link down below, and thank you for watching.